This house is bitchin'.
Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7. So yesterday, from when this video will come out, DC FanDome started and it would have ended about 3 or 4 hours before this video came out. So it's over and done with, and it was okay. I think that's the overall thing I would give it. It was definitely for the fans, while the first part was for the general consumers. This second part was for, I don't want to say actual DC fans, but more the fans that are like deeper into it, if that makes sense. You know, watch the TV shows, read the comics, various things like that. So I think overall it was okay. This wasn't like the biggest reveals, you know, that I think some were expecting. I wasn't expecting anything, but I think a lot of people were expecting more. Not too sure why they didn't hype it up like that. So anyway, but yeah, they did have the extended panel for the Flash Season 7 panel. Well, they had the extended version of the Flash Season 7 panel from DC FanDome. Obviously, like 3 weeks ago, we had that. I think it was like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. So that was about roughly half to like a third of what the panel was, you know, going to be this week. We got it, and I can tell you there was stuff cut. I've heard there was about 20 minutes cut from it. I don't know if that's exact. I've heard 30 minutes from other people. I would say like 20 minutes sounds, around the correct margin, because the panel went for about 40 minutes. You know, an hour panel sounds realistic. They would have recorded for an hour with, something like that. So there was stuff cut out. We will bring up one major thing, or one thing, sorry, I'm not going to call it major, but one thing that was revealed by Candice Patton that was cut. We don't know anything else that was cut, but she revealed something on Instagram, but I'll bring it up when relevant, when we talk about stuff, revolving around Iris in this video. But yeah, we're going to go in order of the stuff that they talked about in the panel, like the stuff worth talking about, in order of how it was presented, as it's just easier that way, as it's just the way I wrote my notes out and everything like that. But of course, throughout the video, it would be awesome if you let me know your various opinions in the comments section down below. What from this panel gets you the most excited? If you have any other theories you want to add to it, or any other thoughts, let me know all of them in the comments section down below. Intrigued, just intrigued to hear what you guys have to say. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it, especially if this stuff excites you and you're looking forward to Season 7 of The Flash. So the first thing that was talked about was Chester P. Runk's role. Now, they said that Chester's role is quote-unquote optimism. So make of that what you will, but this was an instance in the panel where it just cut off from Eric Wallace. So Eric Wallace just started talking about it and it cut off and just went away. So he kept talking after this, and I don't know what he was talking about because it cut off. So I assumed he maybe went into further depth with Chester and they felt that it was worth cutting out. It was weird because I felt I could pick out like 10 minutes of this panel where you could take it out and no one was overly interested in it, but they put it in there. I would have actually liked to have heard the end of that, because I think people are very curious to hear what Chester's going to be doing this season. But all we know is that his role is optimism, and they cut the rest off. So yeah, as I said, make of that what you will. Now, they said that the Nash Wells stuff in season will be something that we quote-unquote won't see coming. Now, look, I've talked about Nash Wells. I think I talked about in my most recent Flash video, I think it was, or the one before. I am curious to see what they do with him, because they're like, it has been like the talk of whether they can introduce a new version, once Nash gets, I don't want to say like run down or worn out, but something along those lines. But I wouldn't mind if they chucked a twist in there and they could revolve it around Crisis, something to do with Pariah. I don't know. Obviously, they've got that stuff going on with his head. They did actually say that we will see Nash dealing with having all of the the former multiverses Wellses in his head. And according to Eric Wallace, we will learn real fast what's going on there, and just they're going to jump into it quickly. Now, I don't know if that's in like episode 1 of season 7, or once they start getting into the real season 7 story after they wrap up what was meant to be at the end of season 6. So we'll have to wait and see. I was sort of worried about Nash, whether he was going to be just this drawn out character and nothing going on, but if they can tap into that, that'd be fairly cool. Now, obviously, we already knew that they had confirmed Godspeed as the first half villain / threat for season 7, even though they hadn't actually completely said that, but we just assumed that, and we were right. I don't know, they did actually say it, but not in the shorter panel from the first part of DC FanDome. But anyway, in this extended one, they officially confirmed it through their words, if you want to call it. Now, they wouldn't confirm whether Godspeed was male or female either. I don't know if that's just playing with the audience and being silly, but, it might be a male, it could be the male August Hart like we see in the comics, or it could be a female one, Augusta. I don't know. I guess August could maybe be a female name if they wanted to. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be the same one we saw in season 5 in regards to the actor. So maybe they do make it a female. Maybe it's Godspeed's mother. Who knows? Now, they did point out that from what we know, there's no emotional connection with Godspeed to the Flash, say like with Reverse Flash and stuff like that. So one of the big questions heading into this season is, why is Godspeed angry at the Flash? Why were the clones going after the Flash? Everything like that. And obviously we were raising the question whether it was actually Godspeed sending these clones, or whether it was someone that was maybe in control of these clones, or was in control of Godspeed and then making the clones, something along those lines. But from what we can gather from this, it seems like Godspeed is the one sending the clones. So maybe that might not be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, they did raise the question, why is Godspeed angry at the Flash? If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Now, as I went over my video like 2 or 3 days ago from when this video will go out, there was news that there will be a socially relevant storyline with Joe and potentially Barry, but mainly Joe. Now, Eric Wallace said it was up to the show to be socially responsible considering the role that the police force plays in the show, and of course its main character. I'm not going to go over this in too much detail. Well, actually, we're going to stop right now, but if you want to get all the details on that with the quotes from Eric Wallace, you can watch the video linked in the description down below where we go over everything. Now, obviously, another video we did about a week and a half ago or something like that was about the gold boots. Now, they actually gave the extended answer to this, because as I said in the other one, it sort of just cuts off before Eric Wallace could talk in the panel from 3 weeks ago, but we actually get to hear Eric's side of what was going on. So Eric says that him and Grant have talked extensively about the gold boots, and that the boots have to be earned by Barry and the Flash. So he says that there's going to be a storyline that will lead up to Barry getting the gold boots. Now, it wasn't clear whether the storyline will be about the gold boots, or whether it's a storyline that the gold boots get played into. Now, I hope it's the latter, because I think it'd be weird if we had this whole storyline that ate up time that was just about Barry getting gold boots. Hopefully it's, a storyline maybe he takes Godspeed's gold boots. Maybe that's what happens. Is that the theory? Is that the theory we're locking in? Here we go. News headline: The Flash steals Godspeed's gold boots. There's the storyline. So maybe Barry looks at Godspeed's gold boots and go, hey, they look pretty good. Might chuck them on. Cisco, can you make me a pair? Or am I just taking this pair? Let me know. So maybe that's how he gets the gold boots. Who knows?
Daddy likes the middle. Daddy likes the middle. Daddy likes the middle.
Now, it was revealed that there will be more teamwork within the Central City Citizen or Team Citizen group, with Candice Patton hoping for a greater mentorship role for Iris towards Allegra. Obviously, in the whole back half of last season, it wasn't the real Iris, so that really didn't exist. And Allegra and Iris working together was a really short-lived thing before the mirror stuff happened. So Candice Patton hopes to see that develop. You would assume that would be the case. Depends on the story for the season and whether it ties into it, or if it's going to be, a bit separate. We'll have to wait and see. But this is where we lead into that bit where I said that some of the panel was deleted. Candice Patton did say on Instagram that an answer of hers got cut from the panel, and it had to do with COVID issues. Now, she was talking about the Barry and Iris relationship or something, but at this instance, instead of cutting her off at the end, it picks up with her halfway through what she was saying. So earlier on from that answer, she was talking about COVID issues and the lack of intimate scenes, which we have brought up before in videos, as I said in another video recently, on those soap opera shows like Days of Our Lives or Bold and the Beautiful and all those ones. They're using mannequins to perform romantic scenes. And by the sounds of this, they won't be doing that on the CW, or at least on The Flash. So if you're a West Allen fan, don't expect too many close scenes with them. Even hugging. It's going to be... I don't know how they're going to do it. It's going to be interesting. I guess they're going to have to show affection through just talking to each other. And if they want to get into, overly romantic stuff, maybe the phone. I don't even know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be like that for the first half of the season at the very least, but you would expect the whole season because of COVID, and who knows when the vaccine's going to be ready. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen there. It's a big question mark, but if you're a fan of relationships and stuff and the shipping stuff, don't expect any kissy. Now, they did confirm the thing that I don't think many of us were really doubting, and that's that Iris will get out shortly after Season 7 commences, which, as I said, isn't too surprising, as she would have gotten out before Season 6 ended, most likely. So I'm saying she might get out in Episode 1, but I'd say 2 or 3, and then they wrap up that story that was meant to be the end of Season 6. But that's not too surprising at all. So yeah, I guess that's something that's confirmed. There you go, hashtag confirmed. And something that some people were wondering whether it was actually going to be referenced at all, but it wasn't. So there was no reference to Ralph or Sue in the panel. Well, obviously nothing towards Harley Sawyer, but they didn't even mention Ralph or Stu, I think, at least in what we saw, which isn't overly surprising, but I thought I'd just make that clear that they didn't say anything. But they've already released other statements outside of this panel in regards to that, so I think they wanted to get this overly positive. They didn't really dawn on anything overly negative or down outside of maybe like the socially relevant stuff and bring up what's going on in the world. And I think that was about it. They tried to keep it a bit, chipper and happy and positive and all that. But yeah, if I can find the panel on YouTube, usually they're uploaded, but they might be taking their time or no one decided to record it. But if I can find it, I'll link in the description down below, as well as my video talking about the socially relevant Joe storyline. If you have not heard about that in any detail, you can go watch those in the description. But if you did enjoy the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions. Did you watch the panel? Did you enjoy it? Were you disappointed they didn't talk about certain things? Let me know all of your thoughts down there. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.